Hello everyone, Darren here, and welcome back to Anno 1800. In the last episode, we spent much of the episode focusing on beautification and cosmetics, redesigning, and really building from scratch a new engineered district, moving a lot of the old engineers into it, adding some new ones, and then upgrading our artisans into terraced versions. We also then need to place in a new rail line and a new power plant, bolstering the oil that we make in the New World and carrying it over here as well. So that's all in place now. Really happy with generally the shape of things and how it's coming together. There's little touches here and there that I need to touch up, basically, which we'll get to. But for now, today's episode is going to be focused on workforce. We want to increase the amount of engineers we have, connect our islands with commuter peers, and get the workforce really flowing. So let's get into things. Now, I had said in the previous episode that what I was going to do is try to balance all the production chains with the new houses we have, but forget that. We're just going to add even more houses and try to balance as we go, kind of. So we'll see how that kind of shakes out. Now, something I wanted to do was... Ooh, ceasefire has ended. Let's just quickly get another one.
Call that a storm.
Before that goes way crazy. Just wanted to clean up one or two things here. I was going to make these the kind of colored-y versions. There we go. And I'm just trying to have a nice... What would you call it? A variety? That's the word, considering we're using the variety pack, actually. A nice variety of different housing types. So we're just going to get rid of those canals for now. I've been experimenting around with a new idea for them. And we'll do that in the future. But for now, that's totally fine. Okay, so what we want to do is achieve... We already have. I was just going to say we needed 3,000 engineers, but it looks like we've just crossed that threshold. They are growing right now. They weren't actually using the bank. The reason I want to get more engineers, just generally, it's not really for the workforce, but it's so that we can unlock the subway. We need 7,000 for that. For harps, we need 3,500. They're also used with investors. And then, of course, we want to get pocket watches and stuff like that. So, in order to grow our population and just get more of everybody, I kind of just want to spend pretty much what we got on upgrading our artisans here into engineers. It's easiest to do in kind of the blocks, I guess, and then we'll just move these over. As long as I leave the... Yeah, it should be okay. I'm just trying to make sure that I can put back in these groups normally without having to, like, redesign things too much. Should be okay. Right, let's start moving these guys somewhere over here. I will just add on. Now, in the future, I'll probably do a rework of this side. This isn't the official west side of the district, but it'll be good enough for now to keep us going. I've said a lot of for nows already. But as long as they have all their amenities and they're getting everything, they should be fine. So let's just stick them in there. And then we'll see if we can cope with the demand. Because we have plenty of artisans, so that shouldn't really be a problem. Alright, let's grab these two. I'll just list them somewhere there, and that one. Alright, that'll be it. Now, how many houses is that? Can we do some more? Are they willing to upgrade a little bit more? Let's do this big fat block here. Take them with me. And we'll stick them in somewhere there. Any more? Anyone else? This is a decent block here. There's an ornament in the middle, though. Just don't want to be lifting any of those out of the way by accident. Maybe we'll do down here. And then we have things flying over our city right now. Is that it? Are we done? Should we take any more? That leaves us with 610 artisans right now, which I think is an okay number. But ultimately what we need to do then is scale up our farmers by quite a bit. And then when they become workers, turn them into engineer or artisans and then bring them over. If we do it to the other groups of artisans, they will be terraced. And I don't really want that. Now, we're out of wood. We're going to have to go fetch some. We are making some, but just not quite enough. So let's just go grab some timber again from... There's 200 over here, so we'll just grab that and bring it back. Now, another thing I want to do is, like I said, focus on the workforce and combine the islands. So we'll put down some commuter piers. In order to do that, we're going to get rid of the old sailing shipyards. The age of sail is now over, pretty much. So we can kind of focus on higher tier. And higher tiers of, what's it called? Ships. Right, so 50 steel beams for that. And we'll have to go and fetch some of those also. In fact, I might just send this guy up to Archibald, see if we can go grab some. What is that? It's an oil tanker, is it? It looks like one. Yeah, it's definitely one. Oh, just say it. Sorry, right there. I'm such an idiot. Okay, cool. We'll leave that where it is. We are actually making a new variant of the old tanker for us right now, the Leviathan tanker that can travel between the open sea a bit faster, so we'll see how that kind of goes for us. Once we unify the islands with the workforce, then we can look to balance some more of the production chains and figure things out a bit better. But right now, we've actually got a considerable problem, which is the worker workforce has gone below 0. And when that happens, normally in the game it's fine. Everything just goes down in production efficiency. But in our modded version, these buildings stop working altogether.
What brings you here, master?
Not that one. This one, right? Oh, wait, maybe I'm wrong. I thought when you get hungry animals... Feeding the animals. Oh, it's still working right now, but we also have hungry animals. So they cancel each other out. That's so weird. I feel like this shouldn't be happening. Because it says plus 1,000 and negative 1,000. So that's 0. Extra goods on the silo. Dung. That's really weird. We had experienced this before, right? When this runs out... the building stops. We saw that, but this is actually working. Very weird. I feel like it's not supposed to be. Unless I'm missing something, but the industrial farms I thought only worked when you fed the animals. Certainly it only works when you feed them the first time. Yeah, I should probably put down the roads. Let's do that. Now, something else we need to do is get sardines on this side of things. I just wanted to upgrade one more house. One that's easy to put back in, right there. There we go. Alright, let's just see. Do you guys have everything around you? You obviously have your bank. You have access to a university. It says 100%, so that seems good. The other stuff is obviously going to slowly come up. No power, though, no? Oh, power doesn't reach quite that far. But that's okay, because we've got power right down here. So it's just a little short on that side. Yeah, maybe this might help a little bit, but not much. Oh yeah, that's got us covered. Good. Alright, cool. I guess after that we'll need another power plant. I was actually looking. There's a small power plant that we could add as well, if you wanted to just get a little boost. So it's not quite as big as the current one. It takes up less space, but it also doesn't have as far reach. So it's a maybe that we could do in some of the harder to reach and more awkward places. But I don't really want to run railways through this area, so... however far this reaches up is kind of how far I'm going to go. But that's good to see that we can reach these guys at least. So, yep, they're all gaining, growing, getting happy. Money's coming up with them, so that's good. Some people noted that my money had dropped in the previous episode. That's because we were running propaganda 15% on the... what's it called? Newspaper? We've actually just crossed 1 million, so we're doing totally fine now for money. I'm fine with it. I know, you don't need to tell me, but we've made like 200,000 or something in the previous series per minute. So it's obviously... I understand where we could be, but... and I know that we could do the pocket watch thing with Katima, or... is that his name? Emperor Katima? Yeah, it is. But it's good. It's all good. I think we're fine. Until I start hurting for it a bit more, I think this is okay. Right. So, those ships were just moving some steel beams over, and this one is going to go buy some. And wood, I should say. In fact, we could buy wood right here, and bricks. Let's do it. Can hold now up to 100 per slot on our cargo ships, which is awesome. So let's bring that back. And we've got ships waiting left, right, and center now for different things. The ship that I left over here, what did I do with it? This guy can unload his bricks. This one, there we go. Alright, cool. So now what we need to do is upgrade our workers. So in the previous episode we had upgraded that, we moved the terraced workers and they became terraced artisans, and then we replaced them with standard workers. So we need to bring them back. That's why that workforce went down. And it's only gonna... oh my god, I'm an idiot. I needed to do the other version. Shice. Alright. Good job, Darren. Hold Alt to downgrade. You're gonna have to bring them back down. That's not working. Downgrade? Can't downgrade?
Life is like sea.
Hold Alt to downgrade. Yeah, it's not working. Maybe it's different because of the mod. Not sure. Alright, well, I'll just have to downgrade them back. Wait till they go back to 100 and then change them into terraced artisans. Sorry, my bad on that. And yes, I know we could put them in the terraced, in the artisans area now, but I need the workforce for workers. So this is more pressing and more important in my opinion. Alright, so they're back to the way they were. Give them a minute. We'll be able to upgrade them again. Over here. Get the rest of those farmers in. Get some new workers as well. They should have pretty much everything they need right here. It just depends on whether or not we can give them everything. In their happiness category, I mean. And sustain them that way. Right, so they just have a little church to keep them going, to keep them happy. Cargo ships returning. Nice steady speed on these things.
Begin the turn.
Alright, unload. So, commuter pier number 1. Bonk. Now, we need 30 reinforced concrete before we can build the next one. So that's just the first one. Once we get 30, we'll bring it over to the other island, connect the two. So that should be fine. We're positive for workforce again, so they should be okay now. So this is refilled, which is good. But yeah, I just don't really understand why this was operating anyway. It does still say hungry animals. Maybe it's bugged, or I'm not understanding something obvious. But hey, it's working. I guess that's all that matters. What was that? Someone's getting restless. People are sick. We've also got houses that were destroyed. Let's upgrade those. Bring them back to where they were. And in the new world, I missed a couple. Alright, cool. Okay, bit hectic already, but let's get refocused. So, basically, we've just added a whole branch of new engineers. I kind of want to just keep doing that if we can. If there's more that we can create, that'd be great, but I'd really like to patch in some of these so we don't just completely bottom out our artisan workforce. Oh no, this is where the guys need their hospital. We'll give them the old standard one. Right, we'll just have to wait. So, these guys, in order to upgrade, they need a school. And there's two versions. We have the library here as well. We'll just give them the school here. Is it going to reach? It'll reach far enough. This will be just my little temporary upgrading area while we move people over to the other side of the town. At least we're not short on bricks right now, because of how much we've brought in. Cool, our new tanker is available. Oh my god, there's so many ships here. Let's have a look for oil. Alright, so this is the ship that's currently doing it. Just going to pause that one. We're going to put on the new tanker, the Axum. When this one comes in, we're just going to sell it off. Because, yeah, I think we can hold more on it. Can I see where this is? It's just in transit right now. Oh, there are ruins in my cities. Already? What the hell? This was so fast. Playing on standard speed. They got sick and died immediately. That's how it feels. I just put those ones down, didn't I? Like, moments ago. Must be devastating plague. Can we send out any more? Not for 30 seconds. Alright, we'll just have to wait. Population's gaining, though. I should have kept track of what we were at. Now, we just crossed 3,000 engineers. We're nearly up to 5, so that's good. We're making good progress with these guys. I've also noticed that we could, with the town hall, increase workforce 25%, but we'd lower income 20%. Oh yeah, so we lose about 3 grand doing that. But we gain about 800 workforce, somewhere around those numbers. What do we currently have in there, just to check? Income 5% and happiness 3. Just a little bit of happiness. So yeah, actually might as well just do this to the rail now. This is what I planned to do. I was going to make the double rail line. I kind of failed to see why we should need to do this, but it's easy enough to implement, so let's just go ahead with it. And that can go this way as well, and just cut there. Right, so we can have a little crossing thing here and here. Maybe just for the aesthetics right now, just do something like that. Even though they're never going to use it that way, but whatever. This should allow them to have a second line for getting in and out. I don't know if I mentioned it or if you saw it, but basically I've done that because this kept stopping. And it just said, build a new line or wait. And I'm like, well, I'm not going to wait. So, new line. Didn't really think I'd need one, but there it is. Anyways.
Dealing with you could be a lottery.
So we still have 2,400 to go to get our subway unlocked. I don't know what you get for harps, but while we have people like the demands met, I do just feel like it's quite important to keep upgrading, but these guys are really all on the periphery now. So yeah, guess we'll just have to pop these guys back in once we get them. So what are you missing now? Oh yeah, okay, right, well let's start improving some chains while we're here. So, over on this side of town, or on this island, we have 4 canneries. Kind of want to pop them over now onto swords proper. Or sorry, I keep saying swords. Nova Roma. People in the comments actually said swords as well, which I thought was so funny. That's why it's in my head now. So, again, we could go with maybe 2 or 3 of these buildings, and as long as they have power, things should be okay. No, we don't need to do that. Let's go to about there. And we need a warehouse in here somewhere. Now, power is there. Easily extends down here, so they're totally fine. We've got nearly maxed out iron here. They need to bring over the olive oil and fish. Or we could try to increase the amount of fish we get here, or just try to import it, maybe, for some of our higher tier goods using our docklins. I do think it's time to maybe get rid of that, because it's kind of in the way. Captain Tobias is just about to arrive. Yeah, we're low on suits, low on tea. Maybe trading away too much of this stuff. He's just arrived now. So what did we just get in? Nothing on that one, right? 0 and 0. So we're going to run low on wood there. But on the other side, actually, 359? That's okay. And then some clay. Alright, just trying to keep track of that. It's difficult. So many different things to keep track of. But it's all good. We're just going to play more haphazardly. The numbers aren't going to be balanced for a while. And then we'll reconfigure everything as we get more workforce. Otherwise, we just keep stop-starting, don't we? They need to be upgraded artisans. So I'm just going to remove those houses because I'll know what to do with them given some time. Right, so for the cannery, we need a fishing route, sorry, just from here to here, delivering... Let's see. So the iron ore is already coming over. Fish, olive oil, that was it. Olive oil. Alright, we'll just make a little route like that, and I might have to rename these in future. So, I do think, it seems like, it would be nice to have the docklins up here, and maybe the sand dredging and stuff down here. It's just that this is where we had our power. We could put docklins right in front and just move it over. Do I have the money to do that? Alright, this is a bit experimental. I apologize ahead of time if this goes completely wrong, but we'll get rid of all this. So that's done now. The piers are gone. Move this in maybe just somewhere here for now. And then try to move this whole group over here. Oh, hang on. I can't delete it. It's because someone's at it. Oh, it's your man. Let's just speed up. How long does he sit here? Captain Tobias is trading for 2 minutes. Why does he sit here for so long? I don't remember that. I thought he just kind of came and went. Alright, there's nothing I can do. You just have to wait for him to be done. Well, I suppose let's just make this a little bit more compact. I can go there. Just shift that over here for a sec. So these are depots. And we've only got one loading wharf. Reduces loading times for ships. Can we get another one? Module limit reached. Okay. And then we want the... Oops, sorry, wrong thing. We want the specific piers. Well, we can build those over there, I guess, later. Can't build outside the radius, right? Yeah. So it would have to be something like that. It's nice that they're coming around here now. Alright, I'm just going to speed up time. Just wait for that ship to be done. 40 seconds. Then we can move them. Interesting, we're just slightly low on everything now.
Ship construct.
Economy's going to go into shock. We got another ship ready to go, though. Come on, Tobias. Taking so long. And he's gone. Right, that's gone too. There we go. We'll make it look good in the future, but for now, at least it works. Right, so we also need to then add in the extra piers. Can't do them on this side. Could do one here, and we could reorganize these to turn them in. Now, there's a modded version that removes the actual space they take up, but I don't know, man. That seems a bit too much for me. I have weird lines in the sand I draw everywhere. Alright, so, with extra loading wharfs and things, we're now a bit faster, but we have lowered the amount of piers significantly. In fact, I shouldn't have deleted those old ones. Probably should have just relocated them here. So we'll do that as well. Maybe the odd ship might come around this way, but it's far enough away that I think that they just don't bother. Is it not till artisans that you have it? There we go. So I'm obviously low on steel beams, so I'll have to go get some. I can just go grab some over here. I think overall, though, it'll begin the process of speeding these things up. A regular pier is, what, like 2 tons per minute? These are doing 7.5, so it's much better. Yeah, I can't see right now, but I think it's 2. I'll just have a look at one of the other islands. Yeah, it's 2. So, you know, one of these is like having 3 of those, so that's pretty good. So having 2 of them and the main center point as well is only 5. It's still like having 2, so that's good. Oh yeah, I guess it's actually, why did I say 2? It's like having, oh, it is 3. So every one of these is 3 piers, basically. And this one is 2 piers.
Hold the crane.
Give me the steel, please.
Begin the turn.
Alright. Workforce has come back up here, so what's your problem now? Not enough farmers on the silo.
We put our love into this.
Okay, well the icon's still up there, but okay. That's the regular thing, not the modded version, I guess.
Cargo stations.
And we're in. Okay, cool. Drop that off, get our other pier. And I've just sped up loading times significantly. I don't think we need those then, because we had like 4. Now we've got the equivalent of 6. 7, 8? It's like having 8 piers, so we've still increased it.
Stations.
I'll need to have an overview of those trade routes there. So, anyways, we can get rid of this, and this. And then we can get rid of the sardines on this island being transferred over. Just get rid of that. This can go as well. Why not? Cancel that. We'll fix all that stuff later. Right, so with that gone, we can now maybe focus a bit better on olives. Oh yeah, we need to share the workforce. That was another thing to do. So I need to bring them the reinforced concrete. So for a new one of these, what do we need? 50, 40, and 30.
Cargo boat at the ready.
So 30, and it was 50 of that. So just bring that back. We can get a commuter pier set up, and that way they're sharing their workforce. These guys are all positive, so it's only going to be good. And yeah, we'll need a bit of a redesign, because some of these workers, I think, could maybe go, and we'll leave it to the terraced versions over on the other island. I'd like to keep these all as pescatarian, really. And then, really, more pescatarians means more farmers, and those could be the farmers that we have over here instead. Jesus Christ, this is getting pretty bad, isn't it? Holy crap. Why is the disease so bad? Can we upgrade these guys yet? We actually can. Let's move these back into position. Good.
I don't always hear what I want to hear about you.
That's funny. Just when I was starting to record today, I heard a great line from the engineers, but I'd never heard it before. Where they talked about everything they need. They were like, I need this, and then I need this, and just a little bit of this, and then this, and then this. And it was just funny. I can't do it justice because you actually named the various things and said something about like, oh, I just need one more thing, and then this, and then this, and then this. And I was like, oh, I haven't heard that one before. It was quite funny. All right, so not, well, I was going to say not too bad. Yes, it is. There's still pretty bad disease everywhere here. Just help them get where they're going. What's wrong going on here? Just a line formed outside the houses. Is it because they're sick? They're just watching what's the horror. Oh, the horror. Yeah, I guess so.
I can make it rain. And if the wheat farmers give their blessing, I'll show you how.
Interact with the wheat farm. I'm gonna do this. There's a wheat farm up here. And then we'll have the ability to change the weather whenever we want, I think. Oh my. It's like Ghost of Tsushima. It's just on the mind at the moment. With the yellow fields and the new Ghost of Yotai trailer that came out. In that game, you're just going by loads of houses that are just being completely destroyed by Mongol invasions. It's not a Mongol invasion here, but it feels like one. Oh man, why did I build these so far away? Alright, we're almost there. Meet again with the farmer? Oh my god. Well, we get to enjoy the views. You see an eagle in the sky, what game does it remind you of? I think we're all thinking the same thing. Ubisoft original. Ubisoft, man, in dire straits right now. I've been considering buying Ubisoft stock. It's plummeted down to like €9 a share or something like that. It can't get any lower, right? That's so funny. He just said, sorry, that's as low as I go. That is such a weird coincidence. Not that I really buy stocks of anything, but recently I've bought my first shares in just various companies, and I'm like, oh, I should buy them in games companies, because at least I actually know those companies a bit. But whether or not Ubisoft's going to get any better, I don't know. Hopefully Anno remains unscathed. It has me a little worried about 117.
You've got the power.
Make it rain. Is that it? Is it just raining now? What the hell is happening? Yeah, it is. Sweet. Alright. We made it rain. That's kind of fun. Those Easter eggs are awesome. Alright, speed of time. I think we can start to heal some of these houses again. Oh my god, it's... I can't even see what's happening. Okay. Oh, it's just at that angle. Alright, we'll just... Oh my days. Alright, I'll have to reverse the camera and reset it, rather, to the normal angle. But that's crazy. Let's just see what this place looks like now. Our new engineered district. Oh my god, I didn't know it was going to be like a thunderstorm. It'd be so cool if you just see everyone like running inside and stuff, you know, like covering their hats. It's like, what kind of act of God is this? Just came out of nowhere.
Well, I will at least think about it.
Super cool. Alright, let's play the game. Alright, so what the hell were we doing? I have no idea. Can't remember. We put down extra engineer households. We set up the commuter piers is what we wanted to do.
The epidemic left buildings abandoned.
Ah, they'll be fine. Right, commuter pier. Just whack it on the edge there.
You're making the best of what dog's bodies you have.
Alright, so we're now connected, I think. Which means, yeah, we're positive, so that's good. I was just worried that it wouldn't be for a while. So, I think with the amount of sardines that we just put down, we're going to need more olive oil, right? We're 4 under 8. And then for the amount of olives that we produce, which isn't as important, that's locked at the moment. So we need to double up the olive oil production. Now, we started to put these buildings together. There's 4 of them here. We'll get to the explosions soon. They could be also electrified. So I'm thinking... we also bring these over to the factory island, right, where we've got power. So 4 of those is what we need over here, and then instead of bringing over the olive oil, we just bring over the olives. Makes sense, right? So let's do that. It's going to be in here, and they're right next to each other, so that should be good for business. So they can just feed into each other. All right, cool. The factory must grow.
Is that how it is?
Wonder if there's going to be a version of this, the olive oil, like industrial press. But probably not. Alright, let's check those numbers now. So that's 16 over 6. And the demand for olives, which I can't see right now. Oh, there, sorry. 16 under 8. Consumer goods for sardines, 6 and 4. So we will be producing enough. Just about. But yeah, we just need to keep up with the base tier demands. I'm obviously making more than I need to of olive oil as well. We could cut off one of those buildings, I suppose, to see our sort of more true number. I don't know how that's the case. I thought I needed just double. I must have looked at it wrong.
The 4 wise.
I'm a bit confused. So Nova Roma is consuming 6. Brundisium is consuming 4. What else consumes olive oil? Or do they just consume it directly?
I soar in heaven's bright chariot.
I can't quite remember. There's obviously some building that takes it in. I do vaguely remember seeing like something that does it. Let me just have a look through their demands, and then I'll hopefully be able to figure it out. So, they obviously need sardines. Does this... They could actually just straight up consume it, thinking about it. I'd actually let them do that. Maybe we'll keep the extra olive oil and ship it back. Bit awkward, but yeah, why not? Try to meet some of those lifestyles. What about the lower tier then? Similar situation. Okay. Yeah, apologies for being a bit unprepared there, but I just don't know. there's so many chains, like, how am I supposed to figure this out? Like, what consumes it? This is always my problem in the game. It's like, you tell me what buildings are produced, like, produce the thing, but you never tell me what consumes it. I don't know why that's, like, not in the game. Just tell me what consumes it. I know I should know. So it's an intermediate product, olive oil. What would olive oil be made into? I'm sorry if you're screaming at the thing knowing what it would be, but I just don't know. I suppose what I can also do is track where these guys go. Or did I build anything nearby? No. Red peppers, and then we have jalapeno. Is it jalapeno? What are these called? Oh, hops, yeah. Cheese.
Could be
Nope.
straighter.
I really just don't know then. I have no idea. Olive soap.
I had better leave it to
Got it. Got it. Alright, so it is a bit weird sending some of the olive oil over and then back, but the fact that we can... Oh, maybe then we just put these over there then as well. Anything that can have, like, be electrified like that. Alright, 2 olive soap factories then. We'll keep it all together and we'll just ship over the raw ingredients. Sorry that it took me so long with that. Okay, I'm glad we got it though in the end. Right, so olive soap. There she is. Let's do 3, because we can always sell it. Now, that's olive soap. Do we make regular soap here? I feel like we probably do. Oh yeah, we do. In the advanced version of the building. Which is, I think, down here? Yeah.
It's a surprise inspection.
That's a lot of soap, but it pays for itself once you get it up and running. And we have the workworkse, so for now, I'm happy to do this. So, ultimately, all we need to do now is just make sure we make enough. And that's consuming 18. Damn. I need 1 more of these. Alright, so I was just figuring out some of the numbers and just took a little mini break there for a second just while I could get my head straight. So I've also turned off the rain, thankfully. So it turns out if you just hop down on the ground and press the number 4 again, the rain will go off. So that was good to know. So basically what we need now is an oil harbor. God, there's so many ships waiting. An oil harbor on the other island. So to see what's needed for that, we need just lots of different bits of construction material like gas. And then I want to feed oil over onto that island so we can get fuel up and running so that we can build tractor barns. So we'll also need some steam motors. Now, the idea is that we're going to kind of redo this island now. But it's going to get a little messy. I actually just shifted out some of the buildings. That's why some roads and things are disconnected. Because I think... So these can go, right? They're done. So a large refactory in this area needs to be done. Honestly, it's tempting to just destroy the entire buildings and then put them back up, but we kind of need some of the construction material. As long as it's not involving steel, I think we're okay. These are taking fertilizer silos. Okay. Yeah, let's just, you know what? Get rid of it. It's gone. I'm going to do a redevelopment of this place, big time. In fact, just get rid of the whole damn thing. Now, we need all this for dung and stuff, but it's just, it's time. It's time to refactor it. It's too messy. It's too awkward trying to, in my head, keep everything in place. I'm just going to smash it, tear it down, get rid of it, and rebuild. Then we can pop in a rail line as well. And design around it somewhat. And then I'll just have to look through my numbers quite a bit and just make sure that we're providing whatever we've taken away and missed. Alright, so there we go. Just complete destruction of this island. And our workforce will probably collapse, but it's fine. We'll figure it out. But look at all this. This ripe farmland. It's going to be great that we can build all of these olive farms and other things too. Now, if we're delivering in oil and fuel, it's going to change the game massively. And by game, I mean like the mini game of sorting out how we get, like, you know, how we build and where we place things. Okay, so we're obviously going to need a lot of steel. So pretty much give me all your steel. And then some bricks and this. And don't know if we need reinforced concrete, but let's just take it anyway. And then we need steam motors, so give me a bunch of them. Cool. Alright, let's go across. Now, our oil ship that we had a look at earlier, it's delivering oil in here. Going to tell it to deliver to Brundisium as well. Oh, we can't until the harbor's built, actually. And this route is probably finished now. Where are you? He's in the New World. To get the ball rolling on this,
up to speed.
take you off that route. We're going to send you back to the old world and send you to Brundisium. Make your first manual deposit, and then we'll sell you to Archibald because I don't really need you. As we can get better variants. Speaking of, let's get more cargo ships. What do we need? A few more motors. I did just take away a bunch. That's okay, though.
Cargo stations.
Alright, let's drop this stuff off. Can't do that. That's okay. Bonk. Right. So, this... I'm not sure the full reach of this, to be honest, but somewhere over here I think is probably decent and can supply pretty far. It can supply 20, right? 20 buildings. So we'll just have to make sure we give it that. So can we build it, actually? Let's make sure we build that, and then let's put in the rail line connection. Let's go forward here. Bank to the left. Alright, we are hooked up. So they just need an old delivery. So we'll add it to our route. So you drop it in Nova Roma, drop anything else you can here. In fact, can you pick up even more than that? 500 might be the cap on it, actually. I thought it would be higher than the other one. But I think it just moves between regions faster then, which is still good. It's actually here right now. 302 it's dropping off. And then it's going to be coming over for our first delivery, actually, super soon. So that's good. Alright, so I want these guys to become pescatarians, ultimately. So that might be the next thing to do. They're currently just workers. Can we downgrade them? Still can't do the downgrade thing. It doesn't seem to be working. Might just rebuild them as farmers. But for now, I guess we'll just leave them. We've got plenty of farmer workforce to work with. So just to start off with what we actually began this with, I'll place back in everything. But for now, it's going to be the olives, right? So, Olive Grove. And I suppose we'll just do it somewhere in the front. So 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now they're going to need a tractor barn each. So that's, wow, it's 20? Goddamn. Yeah, I wonder what a good layout for this would be. Because we could tuck them in. Like this. Sideways. And then the road could connect into each one. That might work well. Then it wouldn't have room for a fertilizer silo. I don't know. Do we need both? I mean, I guess if you really want to be... If you want to max this out, then yeah. Okay, then let's try a fertilizer silo here. So that's the tractor barn, fertilizer silo, room at the back then for the actual modules. So the modules would be here. Only go up as far as that. It's fine by me, I guess. Probably shouldn't have built those. How much were they? Probably not very expensive, right? Only a little bit of wooden bricks. I wish it wasn't bricks, but oh well. But this way, we just get to copy this one. Okay. So something like that. And then we just move this, I guess, over somewhere again in front, just giving room for... I don't think... Oh yeah, the rail line might go through eventually, actually. That might not be a bad idea. To another one, if we ever need it. So maybe just for now, just stick it like that. We'll leave a gap in the middle. Wow, that was loud. And yeah, let's just go across. We'll follow the rail line. And reconnect this up. Okay, so they have their fertilizer silos. Let's give them their warehouses. Which we can't, because we're out. So let's go fetch more construction material.
Bring her around.
At least they can get started. So, now instead of the olive oil, which we'll get rid of, we'll pick up olives. Yeah, I guess just pick up as much as you can, just drop it off there. 100 from one island to the next should be fine. It's obviously a super short route. Cool. Alright, let's get the ball rolling. And then over here, excuse me, once they get the olive oils, they press it into... Sorry, the olives, they press it into olive oil. Then they'll divide it up between going into the soap factory and then going into this. We've obviously got fish here. That's not really a problem. Although we'll probably have to bring it in through Docklands. Because we are low now. And I just cut off a bunch as well, so, what do we have too much of? Not sure. Maybe something like spectacles could be exchanged, seeing as we're blowing through all the suits that we have.
Ceasefire has ended.
Trying to see. Oh yeah, liqueur. Let's do that instead, actually. 318. Maybe try coffee instead of tea for a bit. Alright, let's see how that goes. I need to add another export office, I guess, if I want fish. But I can't do that until we level up. Oh yeah, we just have. We've leveled up salt. Sweet. Okay, so. Another module. We might not have the build material there for this. Export office. There we go. Stick them in there for a moment. Super ugly, but it'll do. Oh man, so much to do all the time. So with that, we can now bring in fish, and maybe we'll just do it for something like light bulbs, which would be a pretty good amount. So fish, please. Yep. I don't know, 800. Just see whatever we can do, and it'll balance itself out. I'll have to ship some over here then in future. Alright. Oh, sorry, they don't have the roads. I was going to say, did I misbuild these? But no, not really. Just didn't add in the roads. The shape should be fine. These trees are tiny if you look at them. I don't know if olive trees are really like that, compared to like these ones, which are huge. Nice. There we have it. Fuel is making its way over. Or oil. Actually, they've already got it, and they're making their fuel. We just need to build the actual tractor barns. So we've delivered in almost everything we need. We just need more steel. And we have ships on the way to do that. We've also got more oil that's just come in here. So we'll drop that off. Hopefully we're making enough for everywhere. We'll check it later. And speed these guys around. Alright. Yes, please. We've got plenty of, money. So that's fine. It hasn't bottomed out just yet, although I'm sure it will soon. Alright, you let me know when you get here. It's very important. Now, we can still build other things while we're waiting, of course. We need some of those meat farms back, and I do think that we'll do them here. I do kind of want this all to be pescatarians, though, and we're lacking wood. Do we have any wood over here? 120. Maybe just bring some over really quickly. Build some fresh pescatarian houses, and we'll get rid of the old workers then. Hopefully, you know, that's shared workforce, so it should work out just fine. Now, the old olive groves, they can go. As nice as it was having it inside the town, it ain't really working for me. We're going to put them outside. Aesthetically, it's nice, and I wouldn't mind doing that when we do an overhaul of the town in the future. Alright, cool. But yeah, we're just going to fill this with pescatarians now. Making cheese. We make industrial cheese over here, don't we? We don't have any milk anymore, though. So again, I feel like just, you know, it's the way it is. It's progress. We have to make bigger industry to sustain bigger populations. There's nothing wrong with that. Let's cut that off. That's fine. We'll need to send fish back. So maybe even just right now on this little route, we'll just send some fish back over because they don't have any. Alright, there's your oil. Drop it off. You can go up to Archibald. I don't really need you anymore. We'll just build another oil ship if we need him.
She's small, but she's keen.
Gunboats as well. I think it's time for them to go. Do they have anything on them? You've got something on you. What do you do? Trade prices. Oh, it's a frigate. My bad. Yeah, just get rid of some of these. Although, saying that, they're probably good. Well, it's not really costing me anything, I suppose, so we'll keep them just because I don't want to get suddenly attacked for being perceived as being weak. So maybe worth keeping them for a little while longer. Can build another cargo ship now, so let's do it. This place is getting damn busy.
Good and ready.
Alright, we can build pescatarians. So let's get rid of that. They have to be farmers first now, right? Yeah. guess I'll have to do this. That's fine. We're becoming gridified. That's fine where it is. Okay, these can be made into pescatarians. What does this do? Old kitchen, just get rid of it. That's our new music school. We've got room here. What's that? That's our post office. Yeah.
Life here is a
I've kind of decided to do without mail, so I might just even get rid of it here. Just as a rule of this playthrough, just never fill this tab at all. There's nothing wrong with it here. It's giving me a boost, but it's going against one of my kind of principle of everywhere else, so I'm just going to get rid of it. Now, we could stick this in here. Let's do that.
Then you'll agree to have your portrait.
Alright. Just another one of Darren's weird, finicky rules, you know? These self-imposed rules. I'm not all about efficiency. I'm just about making the playthrough as fun for me as possible, so it's like, yeah, you know, if I don't want to do that, then that's just gonna go. I'll have to figure out a good layout for these guys. Alright, let's leave it like that. Let's upgrade these guys, and then we'll turn them into pescatarians. And then we'll try to fill all these gaps, obviously, with some nice ornaments and things. And then I'll probably do a bit of an overhaul where we make it look a bit better in future. All cloth industries, productivity 35%, the power loom. That's pretty good. Yeah, let's do it.
You've got our interests at heart.
Alright,
Perhaps
nice.
you don't realize what's at stake.
So these guys have arrived. We can now build the tractors up. 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there we go. So we'll have to wait for them to mobilize. They have to get their fuel. And then we need to increase this for sure. And I would say just build another one. And I would say maybe throw down a fire station, just in case. Good to have.
No power is legitimate, but the irrepressible power of the people.
I'm tempted to move this over one tile, but I guess I'll just wait. It's fine. It's working as is. We don't need the space right now. It should be okay. But I don't want to make any, like, I don't want to take any half measures. I want to make more permanent, long-lasting decisions if I can. Because otherwise, then we're just doing over things over and over and over again many, many times. Speaking of, can we... Oh, yeah, so they haven't got the road down here. Let's just connect that straight across. That's okay. Alright, so how long until you guys can level up? You have a farmer school, you have your fish, work clothes should be okay for a little while to come. This is ultimately what we're hoping to upgrade, and then we'll just delete all of these guys. We should get enough workers from that. I guess not entirely, but we can maybe start to delete some. Because we're going to be getting more... Actually, let's go back here now and finish off putting the artisans back. So these guys can't upgrade right now. Not enough cheese, because we did cut off their cheese. Their fish is cut off right now, so they can't upgrade. Goddamn. Alright. We're just going to aggressively add more people all the time. So when is your boy Tobias getting back in? 800, so in 10 minutes. That's not going to be till the next episode, I guess. We're getting close to the end now. But I hope people don't mind me playing this way. I'm just going to get more aggressive, put down more households. Just try to balance things after the fact. Just try to pump those numbers up. Want to get to that 7,000 engineer number. So we're currently at 4,200, but obviously they're not fully self-sustaining just yet. Actually, they're not too bad thinking about it, but soon they'll be able to get... Oh no, they still need investors for the harps. But yeah, 7,000 for the subway system. I'm looking forward to seeing it. Now I can kind of design the western part of the town, maybe this part around the idea of a subway. I don't know what that means for the normal rail line. I haven't really looked into it too much. But it'd be cool if it played into it somehow. Alright, so I was just having a look over this area and wondering whether or not we were producing enough olives. We're actually a little bit short, even with the additional tractor barn and the silo, which is all running now. We're still short, so I decided to give them a buff. If you remember, we're using a mod where it changes how this all works. So I was having a good read of it, and that's why I just kind of cut that out while I was just trying to gauge how it works. So obviously here, the fertilizer in use means that we get 1 for every 1 cycle, but we get every, if the production goes up to 150%, we get, or over 100% even, just by 1 or 2%, we get 3 every 2 cycles. Now it does say in-house production, which I assume doesn't mean this. It means the actual building, right? So I've boosted that, which my belief is that the roll on the extra goods should be 2 every 1 cycle. But it still does just say +1, so I'm just a bit unsure about that. Which means that we'd need to be able to boost the silos themselves. Is that possible? That's the thing I'm unsure of. Maybe you need to get a trade union, which I've just put down now, and find some item that boosts silos. You can let me know if you think you know more about that. It's obviously to do with the mod, so that's the thing I'm just a little unsure of. So what we'd have to do is go up to Archibald or someone
Anyone for croquet?
and see, like, is there anything then in a trade union? So this one, tailor shop productivity. This affects all residents' happiness 18, workforce reduced, though. No, not going to go for that. Also, we can sell this now.
I present my humble...
150,000! Wow. Holy crap. I had no idea we could just sell oil tankers. How much were they to make? I know it's steam motors, but still. A small oil tanker. 20 steam motors, 20 steel beams, and 9 minutes. Yeah, I'll sell them for 150,000 each. That's good. That's a lot of items we could buy. So absolutely gonna do that. Now I'm just gonna go over to Eli as well.
Just how is your
So
conscience?
in a trade union, it affects artisanal kitchens. See, this is just the type of things you'll have to look over a lot, I feel like, if I want to find any item like this. Olive soap factory. So I suppose actually we could just search them now. Forgot you could do that. I'm such a silly billy. Fertilizer works. Fertilizer silos, right? So unknown. Affects fertilizer silos. Productivity 50%. Workforce needed is increased. And then here, productivity 50%. So that could get us to 200. But that's it, though, right? There's no other items. So it does say something about going even higher than that, I think. Oh, no. It is up to just 200. So, okay. That's good to know. So we could maybe get those items. So where can we get them from? Item source. Research, expedition, quest, trader. Who said? Okay, we could just roll it with any of those 3 traders, and the same here. Fine. All right. We'll keep that in mind. A tropical pedologist, which I actually feel like I saw come up once, and a temperate pedologist, which I didn't. But yeah, we'll have to keep an eye out. I'll have to keep ships nestled in these areas. Not that it matters, like, too much. We can still build without it, but that'd be so good to get, because then we'll build silos all around this area, obviously, and we can just really max out what these guys give me. So we looked at it before, but it's, you get 2 for every 1 cycle. At the moment, we get 1 additional one every 1 cycle. So getting 2 additional every 1 cycle would be awesome. Now, for now, if we have a look at how much we make, it's still 18. I've boosted them temporarily to give us more. Right, 50% there. I suppose we could just do that as well. As long as they're happy, it would work out just fine. Right, now we should have enough time passed that we can upgrade these guys. Got some more pescatarians.
New orders.
Although I still just don't really have enough wood. So I'll have to get on top of that. But that's going to be it for this episode. This is what it's going to be like for the next couple episodes. Just building, adding more houses, solving problems as I go. And then trying to make new, more efficient builds. So that we can sustain ourselves for longer. And then redesign towns after the fact to look a little bit better. Yeah, we're still waiting over here. Actually, can we do a little bit more upgrading? A little bit. There we go. Little worker paradise. What are they lacking? So yeah, we have to upgrade our cheese now if we want to get them back into the slots where they were. But luckily, we're still okay for workforce and everything. Quite happy with this little addition here. Just want to keep doubling it up. Want to get to at least 7,000. Ideally, 10,000 I think would be the number to hit for engineers, just as a workforce. And then we can utilize them a lot in the future and, you know, for different things. And then start getting our investors, which I don't really know where they're going to go. By the way, saw a comment, very involved comment. I didn't actually reply to it. When it's a really long comment, I do try to read them, but it's often so much to reply to and time it takes away from me. You know, it takes a bit of my bandwidth away, so I just ultimately can't reply to everything. But they were saying to build bridges across here. you can't do that. I don't know if there's a mod that allows it or something. I kind of dig the idea. It might be cool just as a mod to go crazy with it, but you can't normally do that, so there's no way I could do it. They were like, oh, you know, build a city on this side, build one on this side, and connect across. Like, neat idea. I've got nothing against it. Just you can't actually do that, so... and they had loads of other ideas, so it's like, oh, I don't know if they actually play the game or not. I'm not saying as an insult, but maybe they know something I don't. Let me know. Anyway, that's gonna have to be it for this episode. Bit of a chaotic one, but having fun nonetheless, building up. Gonna have a look over some of the Dockland stuff and maybe what I can do population-wise, but then ultimately just start some of the chains again, right? One thing I'm obviously lacking is construction material, so I'll get on top of that. We'll get some construction material rebuilt, get it down, get wood going at least so I can build some of the farms up again. Put some silos on them, generate some dung, keep these farms running. It'll be great. So just going to be focused on kind of stabilizing and building up these old world islands. So that's going to have to be it for me. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.